today we're going to be doing an unboxing for Moonstone, the 2-player starter set. I'm well aware that there is a new starter set with some extra stuff in it, but I wasn't even aware of this game till last week. So we're going to unbox this set, and we'll talk about some of the pricing. You'll notice that there's some books there. So essentially wandered to Bristol Independent Gaming in Bristol, saw this game, thought, oh yeah, that looks cool, like the artwork style, and bought a shed load. So let's go through and take a look at everything that I got and the prices and have a bit of a chat. So I picked up this copy for £65. As you see, it's got the two factions on there, and then on the back it tells you everything you get in the box. So 8 miniatures, and the miniatures are cool, to be fair, which is why I picked it up, because I love the artwork. Some dice, some cards, a widget, some energy tokens, and a rules pamphlet. Let's open it and take a look. Okay, so this is what you get inside the box. You get some lovely cardboard counters and the measuring widget, which are really nicely printed and feel good. The kind of quality I'd expect for the price, 65 quid. So very similar to the Underworld in terms of quality there. We have our Moonstone dice and our 2d6. We have some bases which are similar to the I think of the name, Malifaux style bases, which looks good. We have our game deck in the little box with the cards, and the cards are like nice. They're a bit of a weird plasticky material. I don't know if you could really see it on the camera, but they are, overall they feel like they'd be quite durable once they're in sleeves. There's like a bit of discoloration on the edges where the white's gone, but overall they do feel like they would last quite a long time. I don't know if you can see, they're kind of like a weird plasticky material, but overall they're nice, sort of pastel-y colours. They feel like they'll last a while. We've got some reference cards for the turns, which is always nice. So that's our game deck. We've then got our cards for our characters and the special upgrade cards, which again, the same sort of thing, look pretty good. Have our little rule book, which is a little paper rule book, and there we go, it has all the rules in quite a nice print. I do like the print of that. It's very small font for those that are hard of reading compared to the others. And then we have our miniatures, and the miniatures are absolutely gorgeous. If there was a reason to get the game, it would definitely be for the miniatures. So here is Grub and one of the other human characters. So the prints look really good. Doug the Flatulent, which is a goblin riding a pug. And Sid, he's just your standard angry goblin. And then some human guys in there. And they are really nice resin models, so no complaints there. Yeah, what can I say? Really nice set. Not a massive fan of the box. I think the box is printed nice, it looks pretty, but in terms of once these are together, I don't know, you're not really able to store them in here very easily. This is what they came in, a little white box. Which is one thing I've always liked about Underworlds, is you open the box, take the models out, and then you can put them all back in the same box. With these, you probably end up having to buy a separate storage solution so that they don't get damaged. Which is okay, but you know, I'd like to put them back in the same box. For £65, the Underworld starter set, which is 10 models, it's Games Workshop. The price is it's like 30 quid, 35 quid, and you can put all the models back in the box, and it's a lovely box and a lovely insert, and it comes with a board and all the tokens and the dice and stuff. So I mean, the models are really nice, but you know, I'd say they were on par with Games Workshop, if not a little bit. Yeah, they're on par. The quality of the plastic that Games Workshop kicks out, obviously they're a different style. These are much nicer to look at than some of Games Workshop models, but is it worth the extra price tag? Not sure. Essentially, it's not Underworlds, but in terms of what you get, you know, it's not dissimilar to the Underworlds. You're getting a lot less. So this does seem to be quite a premium game. And you could obviously buy this. You'll have enough to play 2 players with your 4 models each from the 2 warbands. Which means it's enough for 2 people. If you could get a set between a friend, half the price, but then the rule book recommends 6 models, so you're still going to have to buy another box each to have a full playable army, plus then the rule books. So, and then obviously some of the characters are in this book, some of them in this book. The ones that come in the starter set are all in this book. In this book, the main rule book. And obviously you get all the cards and stuff, so you've got the rules for them with the box. But if you wanted like all the rules, you'd have to get this book. And then certain characters, so we picked up some other boxes whilst we were there, just so we could have a full crew each. So I picked up Mama's Boys and the Masquerade, which were £26 each. The books, this one £22.50, so good value, a lot cheaper than Games Workshop and a lot more in it. Really nice print, really nice art. It's got all the paint models, you've got a good amount of game examples and actual missions, lots of lore, some lovely painted figures again, and then you've got some more lovely artwork, and then moving into the rules, which again really lovely illustrated. That's why I kind of liked the idea of this game. Really like the style. It's very similar to the Dungeons and Dragons artwork and sort of rulebook style, which I love. Some really cool characters in there. So the rulebook, I can't complain about the books. At least, you know, the books are really good value. And it's 25 quid for the expansion book, which has lots more campaigns, lots more characters. So overall, I think rulebook wise, good value. Happy with the books. You get a lot of content, quite thick books, for not a lot of money really, compared to some of the other games where rulebooks are like at least 30 quid up. Downside to this game is going to be the models, which are quite expensive. So 26 quid for 3 models. Some of the other characters be the same sort of price for just 1 or more for the same amount. But they are really nice looking models. You obviously get the cards and things with them, I hope. But I think once you're invested in the game, I think it'll be okay. It's not that expensive overall, but that initial investment is probably going to put people off. It's quite a heavy initial investment, unlike Underworlds where you could buy 1 box and you've got everything you need to play. You've got your warband, you don't need to buy additional models to bring it up to the standard play value, if that makes sense. So with these, if it's the standard play value is 6 models, this comes with 4. It forces me to have to buy another box. So if I wanted to go play in tournaments and stuff where I think the standard amount is 6, or appears on YouTube as 6, I'm going to have to buy another box. So really your starting value is going to be at least 80, £90 for a box and a box, and that will give you everything you'd need to start. But ideally you probably want then the rulebook. This, but it just spirals out of control like all these hobbies. So in total it cost £164.50 for everything you see on the table here. That should be enough to start playing for 2 players. We've got all the rules for the different characters, so these characters I think are in this book. The ones you get in the box are in this book. We've got the little mini rule book. We've got our game deck so that we can actually play the game. Our little mini rule book, which probably might be more helpful whilst we're playing. And we've got some tokens, a measure, and the dice. So a total investment really to be able to play the game is going to be at least £165. How good is the game? Don't know, you'll see that I guess on the next video. But despite the heavy price of getting everything, enough for 2 players to play tournaments or whatever, I'm really looking forward to it. The models look superb, the artwork looks superb. I'm just worried I'm not going to be good enough to paint them to the standard I'd like. But yeah, it looks really good. Overall the quality is good, the resin models are beautiful, really well printed, the tokens in the measure stick really good. My biggest complaint, I mean the price, if you is a one-off, not too bad I suppose. If you were to have it with someone again, you could bring that price down. My only complaint will be storing them. I wish the box, it's good because it's so compact. For people with not a lot of space, great. If you're going to buy it and put it in your pile of shame and never touch it, that's great because it's not going to take up much room. But then I think once you've invested and you open stuff up, it's going to take up quite a bit of room, and you're going to have to find somewhere to store them all where they're going to be safe, because they are beautiful models and I wouldn't want to break them. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say, but just so you can see the size of the Underworlds box, which comes with the board and everything, but obviously you can keep everything in the box, which is nice. I like self-contained boxes, and there's room in there to put extra warbands, which I've done in a few of my Underworlds boxes, and just put extra warbands in there to keep them safe. But with these, you have to buy an extra box. So overall, looks really good. Looking forward to playing it. Haven't played it yet, but when I do, I will film it. We will film the 2-player starter box battle report, and then maybe, depending on how we feel about the game, we'll expand and this may become more frequent on the channel. Okay, here's a little bit of a bonus. I ran out of super glue, so I couldn't do them all for you. I need to go to the shop, which is frustrating now, but here is Grub. As you can see, beautiful resin model. Vicious. Oh, angry goblin. Ooh, I can get the camera to focus. There he is. And our shaman-y model. Just so you can get an idea of the quality of the models.